You built a lead in the opening, then played a tricky tactic. Strong players throughout history have played this move. Gary Kasparov, Magnus Carlsen, Bobby Fischer, and you. They play one of the most popular responses to e4. A versatile second move that attacks, controls the center, and develops a piece. Black offers a pawn gambit to try to gain central space and speed up their development. Two knights enter the game for an even matchup. A versatile second move. Black offers a pawn. Yes, this is the way. Takes back. It is good strategy to develop your piece and win a tempo on a queen. A correct move to get their queen out of harm's way. You develop a bishop, which means you move it from its starting position. This is the only good move. They protect their king by kicking your bishop with a pawn. Correct, of course. Move away from danger. You get a chance to win a pawn through an eventual pin. Correct, of course. Move. You get a chance to win a. You overlooked an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. Ignoring the threat on the knight, a difficult move to see. This wins a pawn. You overlooked an. They are threatening to tactically win a knight. You allowed the opponent to threaten checkmate. They've moved the same piece again, which is less efficient for opening play. Your best move was to move a knight to safety. Moving the same piece twice in the opening isn't a good strategy. They had an opportunity to punish your inaccurate play, but didn't catch it. What a bold sacrifice of your knight. A brilliant tactical idea. This is the way to win a pawn. They've moved the same piece again, which is less efficient for opening play. Playing the same piece again slows down your progress in the opening. They've made a mistake and their pawn is now lost. This is the way to win material. Moving the same piece twice in the opening isn't a good strategy. You found a way to pin the queen to the king. They missed the opportunity to win your bishop, but you still would have had a winning position anyways. No surprise, you had to move your bishop to safety. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. That's not a mistake. You gained control of more squares with this excellent knight move. Your opponent creates a pawn chain, making their structure more robust. Taking that pawn will win material for you after the follow-up trades. This move puts their queen on a safer square. This is the way to win a queen. Their king steps away from the check by your bishop. Clearly, you don't want to leave your knight in danger. Their king steps away from the check by your knight. Developing your queen strengthens your opening setup. They are right on target. With that move, you offer to trade pieces. This is a fair trade. Recapturing. I like their choice. You gain time because your opponent must deal with your threat. Moving their threatened bishop to safety. Good strategy to trade when ahead. A clear recapture. This lets your bishop step into the game. Your opponent's rook challenges yours for control of the open file. You are material up and simplifying the position is good for you. A straightforward recapture. Develops the bishop and attacks the center. They bring out their bishop, increasing their control over the center. This moves your knight to a safer square. A correct move to get their bishop out of harm's way. That's a useful pin you found. They played one of the best moves here. Good job, that's what I would have played too. They kick your bishop with a pawn, forcing it to move or be... It makes sense to simplify with trades. Precise move from your opponent. Trading pieces keeps things simple. Recaptures. Passed pawns must be pushed. They made one of the top moves in this position. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. Your opponent activates their last piece, bringing all of their... Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. I like their choice. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble. They played one of the best moves here. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. They made one of the top moves in this position. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. I like their choice. Passed pawns must be pushed. They played one of the best moves here. Your move provides an escape square for your king. Your opponent removed the threat by capturing your pawn. You captured back, takes back. You take back. They made one of the top moves in this position. This adds protection to your threatened pawn. This move puts their pawn on a safer square. This is a fine move. I like their choice. You promote your pawn to a queen. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. You promote your pawn. That was the only move. You recaptured. A clear recapture. Very good choice. They exchanged pieces of equal value. A logical capture. They played one of the best moves here. Activating your king is critical in the endgame, and getting it off of the back rank is the first step. They made one of the top moves in this position. Nice, definitely the right move. They didn't find the right idea. You had a better option, but this is not bad. You had a better option. I like their choice. Well done, an excellent move. A correct move to get their pawn out of harm's way. You found a safer square for your knight. Decent move, but they had a better one. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. They played the strongest move available. This is a fine move. They played one of the best moves. You want a pawn for free. They are right on target. A good choice to move your threatened knight. They slipped up a bit here. You're past. You continue the. Your move gets getting closer to the. You're continuing. You're still on the road to checkmate. You're still on the. You continue. That was the only move. You're still on the road. Your move gets. You overlooked an opportunity to checkmate the king. Their king steps. You continue. They move their king, getting closer to the. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You did it. Nice checkmate. What a bold sacrifice of your knight. A brilliant tactical idea. This is the way to win a pawn.